is a good day. Got the audio sorted, the channel's ready, and this is going to officially be the first video, although it is most certainly not the first video I've uploaded to my channel. All the previous videos have been moved to a playlist by the name of Trial and Error, as they sort of document the process in which it took me to get to where I'm at now. So now that I know that audio's decent and I can make videos worth actually listening to, still don't have the all the content there. I mean, I don't know what I'll make videos about every day of the week, so I won't be doing daily uploads. Bear with me on the camera adjustment. I won't be doing daily uploads until I have some more ideas on what to make the videos about, and I will get a hand on a little bit of video editing added in to spruce it up just a little bit, maybe actually make thumbnails for my shit, but I'm not to that point yet. We're getting there. So with good video and decent audio, this video is gonna kick it off for the introduction to Dreams Cruising. So first and foremost, of course, I'm Dreams Forgotten. I am an 80s baby, technological savant, big on the, what the fuck was that noise? Big on the electronics, any kind of electronics. That's my life. I love fucking with electronics, tinkering, disassemble a Johnny Five, reverse engineer, all that, everything included with it. I love doing shit like that. I love riding motorbikes. I love shooting guns. I love animals. I raise dogs, have raised cats in the past. I do have love for the feline. Make sure my bag's all zipped up. And it seems that way. Can I open it? No. Okay. Oi. Reptiles. I raise snakes. Had a turtle before. Never raised frogs. Ate a frog though. Oh, not a frog. Ate frogs. And writing and reading. I do read. It's another hobby of mine. Woodworking. I fuck with the old custom built woodworking. It's a brother. Yeah. And this bike is a 2017 XL 883L, also known as the Harley Superlow. Not to be confused with a 1200 Superlow. It is simply an 883 Superlow. Oh my God. Under the speed limit. In the left fucking lane. Under the speed limit. 10 miles under the limit, which is stupid ass. Get the fuck over in the right lane, you dumb bitch. Ugh. Some people work and have places to go. Quit stalling us. So 883 Superlow, 31,360 miles on the frame, 9,896.6 on the engine or the motor. Why do I have discrepancy between the motor and the bike? Because this is my third motor. You heard that correct. In 2 years of owning this 2017, this is my third motor. And this one runs beautiful. And the other two ran beautifully until they didn't. The first motor I got 15,000 miles on and it burned up. They could not determine the cause of the failure. Told me I had a 1 in a million bike. It happens, but it's a very rare occurrence, so they boxed up the motor that was on the bike and sent it into Milwaukee and had me another motor crated back. I was without my bike for months. Got on a new bike, brought it into Harley for a 500, 1,000 mile oil change, and 3,500 miles. Hit develops what only could be described as like in a car. If you have a heat shield on the exhaust that's loose and rattling, that loose aluminum, thin aluminum rattle developed in the heads of the second motor at 3,500 miles. I drove it to Harley. Hey, it's got a noise. They checked the bike out. Nothing wrong with it. And you can have it back. Now, there was one thing wrong with it. There was a crack in the heat shield for the exhaust, the rear exhaust, and they chalked it up to that was the noise. So they ordered me a new one and told me I could continue to ride the bike. So I was headed out of town on an out-of-town trip, and as I'm riding, keeping up with the traffic all around me in a big group, we were going 70 miles an hour, I think. Might have been 80. I don't remember. But the whole group, all of us were going the same speed. And all of a sudden, the group just starts passing me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is everybody doing 90 now? And I didn't get the memo, so I look down and I'm just watching my speedometer tank. What the fuck? So I pull over on the side of the road, kill the bike, call Harley, try to start the bike back up, and it does start. I give it that that motherfucker started. And it sounded like somebody opened up my primary, dropped in 2 massive ball bearings, put the cap back on the primary, and just let it go. Just pow, just banging, clanking, but the fucker was running. I killed the motor a second time, and I just left it there. And that's when Harley determined that the fate of that motor was the oil bag. And they also believed that the first motor's fate was also the oil bag. And by them not changing it when they put the new motor was doomed from the start. But I said, who in the fuck? Now, let me tell you, my first motor burnt up. Like the bearings burnt out in it. The oil filter was full of copper. Okay? Why in the fuck would you ever put that oil bag back on a new motor, knowing what went through that bag? That and the oil lines, like that entire oil bag, all the lines were contaminated. And Harley in Houma, Louisiana, Mike Bruno, Bayou Country Harley, and its infinite fucking wisdom, decided to put that oil bag on a new motor. So I think I seen the receipt for the first crate motor at 11.5. So 2 crate motors were 23. I paid 11.5 for the bike. Yeah, smashing job, Harley. Smashing job there on alleviating the customer's problem. I mean, you alleviated my problem at the cost of an entire motorbike. It would have been cheaper for Harley to upgrade me to the fucking Street Bob than to put 2 motors on this bike. But lo and behold, I am riding a 2017 883 Superlow with its 3rd motor. Now, as far as upgrades, motor-wise, there are none. Because I never intended on keeping the Sportster long term, because the roads in our town are so horrible that I knew the suspension wouldn't be adequate for me long term. But it definitely filled a short-term need that I had, which was to get out from behind the wheel of a vehicle, of a normal passenger car. There's medical reasons for that the bike helps, but the suspension, it does not. So yeah, I would have definitely took a Street Bob. So upgrades, the very first thing upgraded on this bike was the suspension. I got progressive 212s, I think they're called. I got the chrome instead of the black. They definitely helped. They definitely helped over the stock suspension, because I was being thrown off the bike on bumps. Bumps so bad that it would just bang my fucking tailbone and slam my hips up in the air off of the seat of the bike. Sometimes I ride with no hands, that's not good. But yeah, put on that new suspension and oh, these motherfuckers, Sundowner seat at the same time. That was my first to definitely lick these problems in the butt as far as, because I also wanted to go on road trips. I went to Florida not long after I bought the bike. I go out of town on an hour and a half ride one way all the time. So yeah, I need a comfortable bike. So the Sundowner Solo seat, which I hope to purchase the passenger pillion soon, and the progressive exhaust, the progressive suspension. Now when I say suspension, I fully mean suspension. I have the rear shocks with the 212s, and I have the progressive shock springs in the shocks replaced as well. So I didn't just put on the rear suspension, I did match the springs in the shocks and the forks. I was talking about shocks like I'm in a car. Forks, so that way I would have an even, even ride. Now, sometimes I think things through logically and I shoot myself in the foot, because what logically makes sense to me turns out to be the total opposite. Those suspension was one of those cases, because I put the suspension as loose as possibly could, as loose as I possibly could, thinking the further spring travel would make easier on the bumps, and it was still a brutal ride for the better part of 8 months before I had the epiphany to go and pull that spring wrench out and tighten them up a bit and just give it a chance to see what it did. I think I settled on 1 or 2 clicks in as being the best. So it's definitely better than being all the way loose, and it's definitely better than being all the way tight. I'm a click or 2 down, and it's a decent ride. It still leaves, there's still something to be desired, of course. It's a Sportster. Wasn't developed to be a comfortable bike. And when I upgrade in the future, whenever that day comes to a Softail, then I will have that suspension upgrade that I truly want. Vance and Hines short shot exhaust, of course. Also, you can see the Kuryakyn mini floorboards and the Kuryakyn thicker brake pedal cover, which doesn't do what I wanted it to do. It does, but not to the full extent. I had got the fatter piece for the brake pedal. Do you really need to go 5 miles an hour into this turn? Really though? Fucking really though? Yeah, look at me like you fucking stupid. Misery. You have become a misery for me. But yeah, Kuryakyn mini floorboards, Kuryakyn thicker brake pedal, although I still can't press the brake pedal as much as I'd like to. And Harleys, unfortunately, do not come with adjustable brake pedals. You can keep her misery ass back there. Yeah, Harley doesn't come with adjustable brake pedals, so I'm pretty much screwed on that front. I would like to lift it higher so I can actually press it. And so I got the XK Glow LED kit with brake light functionality for visibility at nighttime. Memphis shade speed demon windshield with quick release mount. Kuryakyn phone holder, cell phone holder. I have a Saddleman medium, I think, tunnel bag. It's either medium or it's large, but I think I got the medium, and it's a gray color, which kind of is depressing because I wish it was black. I actually do have Viking saddlebags, and I came up with a system to make them detachable from the bike, but it recently broke, so until I fix that, I don't have saddlebags. What I did was I got 2 7/8 inch coupling nuts, so damn near a 1 inch coupling nut, that fit the bolts that go through my rear fender. And in doing that, I bolt the rear fender going into the coupling nuts, and then I bolt the saddlebags forward into the coupling nuts. That way, when I unbolt the saddlebags and take them off of the bike, the fender don't fucking fall off, obviously. So yeah, it was, I guess you could say, a ghetto way of making detachable saddlebags. And it worked for a while, until it didn't, which is where I'm at now. And I'll give you guys an overview on the bike. That's the Saddleman bag. Harley Davidson license plate, which is in nothing to brag home about. She dirty. Been through a lot of rain lately. She is definitely dirty. And I got a light not even functioning here, so I think it's safe to say I got a broke wire short somewhere. Well, that's her. Black lightning, man. That is black lightning. But okay, those lights are on. Yeah, almost all my lights are on. I got that one road green one. I don't know what the fuck's up with him. He wants to be green for some reason. But that about wraps it up. Keep the rubber down. 2 tires flat. No wrecks. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great year. And I'll catch y'all in that next video.